Alright, hopefully this won't act up. I've been having some trouble with this this app. I kind of just wanted to talk about how when YouTube isn't your career, when you're not an agent spreading falsehoods, I have 2 other channels. I will not give the links to them. They have nothing to do with what I do on this channel. They're doing better than this because they're more relatable, which I do hold myself responsible for. Though yes, I do have better material planned out. This channel will improve, likely. But in the meantime, I've watched Steve Hooker's last live stream he did yesterday night. He took it down, unfortunately, because he's trying to get more people on or whatever, and he's having technical difficulties, but and people just not wanting to hop on his hangouts. I don't know. But Steve Hooker's been learning more and more about these agents on YouTube. He's been learning more and more about what Hell by the Dashboard Light has been seeing. He's been learning more and more about these channels with all these falsehoods. As far as the MGTOW, TFL community, whatever. And I understand that feeling that Steve Hooker is going through. YouTube is like an industry. And you're just making videos. You don't actually belong in it. And it reminds me of this poem by DMX. And then after this, after I show this poem, which I probably don't even really need to do, I want to show some of these channels and kind of break down their falsehoods. All right.
I'm bringing to the stage my man from Yonkers, New York, DMX. What's up? I appreciate it. What I'm gonna speak on is the thing that's on my mind the most. You know what I'm saying? The thing that we all gotta deal with every day, but don't really know. The industry. The industry. Man, it's not the same. Doesn't have to do with talent. It's about playing the game.
Stop right there. Sounds familiar. These social media platforms are not about talent. It's just about playing a game.
Man, it's not the same. Doesn't have to do with talent. It's about playing the game. The industry. Real niggas is dying to get in. The industry, just to find they don't fit in. The industry ain't what it used to be. The industry's trying to control the way you MC. They want you to dress like this and talk like that. But I'm going to dress like this and talk with the bat. The industry got your word meaning nothing. The industry, fuck what you heard because he's bluffing. The industry, money, bitches, hate, for that day to try to take a fucking thing off my plate. The industry like, wait, but in the streets we like, get 'em. 17 up in that thing. Catch him sleeping and hit him. The industry, if you ain't got a strong mind, the industry will break you down. It's a matter of time. The industry, vultures with nothing to feast on. See me, I'm getting my beast on. The industry, stay in the dirt, play in the dirt, test the wrong one in the industry and you will get hurt. I'm not an industry artist. I'm an artist in the industry. So I do what the fuck I want because nobody can finish me. The industry wanted, dead or alive, new artists to sell their souls in the way they survive. The industry don't give a fuck about you, but the industry couldn't make a dime without you. The industry, I'm sick of this industry shit. The industry playing them like a industry bitch. They tried to finish me quick, but I am long, so I stand strong. Fuck a beat. Listen to the words in the damn song. I only know how to speak the truth, you know what I'm saying? So I got a little short joint I'm gonna hit you with, you know what I'm saying? And it basically reflects on my relationship with the industry. This is what it is. Often, my words fall on deaf ears. Motherfuckers be listening, but don't hear. Talking to a nigga, he be sitting right here. I be like, where you going? Nigga be like, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, man. That's what it's feeling like for Steve Hoka. That's what it's like. Like he don't belong here. Like he's just, he's not part of YouTube. He's not part of, he's not doing this as a career. He's just a content creator. Speaking with his real voice, his real mind. But everybody around him is fake. This is what Hell by the Dashboard has learned. And this is what Steve Hoka is learning. Steve Hoka not using those special effects and none of that, and using a bunch of editing software and all this other shit. He's just speaking his mind. But nobody trying to hear it. And it's the same as Hell by the Dashboard Light. People be like, yo, he's got some real material. I wish he would upload more than this and that. But how many people really taking his message? How many people want to hear that, they're brainwashing us. They're brainwashing the fuck out of us. We don't even realize it. They've been preaching all these falsehoods in the real world we don't even see. But you ain't gonna want to hear that shit. Now I want to go to some of these channels. Let's see. The one Steve Hoka recently talked about. I want to start with that. Yeah, this guy right here. All right, let's see what he's about. Oh boy. What's this one?
On to one.
Cheers here.
Ever wonder if there's a better way to shop for furniture?
Oh, hi.
Ray Warren Flanagan.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So I got an email from one of my long-term viewers that I wanted to talk about. It's a response to the "What's it like to be popular" video, and he brings up something. He brings up something that I had personal experience with that I thought was interesting. That it wasn't just me that experienced this. So, and as always, I'll keep him anonymous. Anon says, I want to respond to your comment about FAs getting into the arts or creative types of groups, which could perhaps bring positive changes to their lives. I can tell you from personal experience, this won't help in the slightest. Like everything in life, there's a hierarchy, and the popularity contest exists in all manners of industry and life in general. The creative field is no exception to this rule. I've been involved in the film and television industry for well over 20 years, and have recently gotten...
All right, what's his message here?
But he's never once tried to introduce me to anyone. Come to think of it, all Of all my friends who are creative types, have never once tried to set me up with anyone. In actuality, as I write this and think about it, I've never had anyone in my life try to set me up or introduce me to someone. But I suppose it's another story for another time. This guy's an average-looking man. He's a good person, but scatterbrained as heck and has a hard time focusing. But those flaws aren't enough to deter women from wanting him. But his looks get him in the door each and every time. I'll bet that's not the only thing it gets him into. Am I right?
Well, this is what he's talking about, abnormal normities in their prediction. I'm not going to go through all this crap. And honestly, I find this guy's voice irritating. So, all right. He doesn't really seem to be about a whole lot. I don't know. You know, Steve has really been getting bad auras about this whole manosphere thing. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep this up too long. I'm not gonna stay on this guy. I think I read this which stuff has Steve Hook actually kept up, because I'll be on this forever. So
okay, today's date is May the 18th, 2019. May 18th, 2019. This is a pre-recorded live stream, 1:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is, of course, today is it is 2019. This is a pre-recorded live stream. So, there's your head, and you don't know why it's entered your head. You don't even analyze why it's entered your head. It's kind of if you were a con man, for example, and you had mulled in your head the way you were going to rip off, say, an insurance company or rip off somebody. And you see this all the time. There's always some new scam that somebody's coming up with. And if you live in the mind of a con man, you're always thinking of memes. You're always thinking of these clever ideas in your head that you think are original when they're really not. Okay? If you thought that like you've got some scam on how you're going to murder your wife and collect insurance, I mean, you see this all the time on these forensic shows where someone will play this role and they'll somehow play this game where they're in love, and then you find out, oh no, they weren't in love, and you come down and find out that these are kind of stupid people. Obviously, months before their spouse died, they took out this huge insurance policy, yada yada yada. Okay. Well, memes are kind of like that. They enter your head. They're thought patterns that you don't know what they are, where they come from. Thomas Edison had alluded to this too. He said that I would have, when they asked him, about his ingenious smarts, and of course Thomas Edison had an ego, but he also was humble in some ways. He said, if I had not thought of the light bulb or the phonograph, someone else would have thought about it. He said, his feeling was ideas float around in the universe, So I want to talk about these memes because I think that the fundamental problem that holds a lot of people back in life is that they think that they're unique in their thinking. They think that, okay, this will humble you real quick, hearing me out, so just hear me out, okay? They think that they're unique when they think of an idea, the way they're going to tackle a problem. And they're going to do it very surreptitiously. They've got an angle. They've got a strategy. They've got some way that they're going to get what they want in life if they just do this one thing. And of course, like if you take a guy that's lonely and desperate, well, he's just going to he's just going to flirt with all the girls that weigh 300 pounds. Okay, he says, oh, the hell with this, trying to find an attractive woman, I'm just going to, flirt with these 300-pounders. And then some guy who might feel that that's even too good will say something to the effect of, well, I'll just look for handicapped women or something. Okay, so he's thinking that. These two guys are thinking this thought. Well, what you come to find out is it's not so unique that somebody's thinking some strategy like that, because the idea that you're the only person thinking this thought is just plain ludicrous. This also falls hand in hand with people that want to move to these like nice areas of the country. I mean, for a while you could just say, hey, I want to move to Idaho and I want to move to Montana. And yeah, I'm unique because, I'm going to just move out to Montana and get away from it all. And I'll live on a nice ranch and I can still have the same quality of life. And yet, what do we see? Nothing but millionaires buying up property in these places, and they want to live there too. They want to be around trees, and they want to get the good life too. They don't want to live in a concrete slum like Lorain, Ohio. That's just a freaking. I mean, it's a dirty city. Or Cairo, Illinois. That's another place that I wouldn't compare Lorain, Ohio to Cairo, but. Lyria and Lorain are, they're places you would not ideally want to move to unless you just want to save money. You see these people have always got these unique ideas how they're going to do something different to outsmart the system, which they're really not outsmarting the system at all because the meme has beat you to the punch. The meme beats you to the punch because the idea didn't come into your head unless the meme was already out there. It's like if you're watching the Bravo channel and they're glorifying living life in Alaska, which they've done several shows on this already. Oh, life in Alaska, mountain men in Alaska. Well, that's kind of an extreme meme because obviously it's on TV now, so you're not really unique if you're thinking about it. But even the meme is caught up with TV because before the television could have made public awareness of this phenomenon of people wanting to move to Alaska, there had to be memes going on saying, hey, I'll move to Alaska. I mean, it's just kind of the memes float around, and before you know it, word gets out, it becomes mainstream. The same thing with PUA. Everybody thought they were unique by going the PUA route, and you come to find out they're really not unique. It was something that was already out there. So as a survival mechanism, obviously on a psychological level, I don't know if this would fall into Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but we are always trying to outsmart the system by thinking that our thoughts are unique when they're really not. I mean, you can realistically pull it off, and you can do it for a while. Like if you're willing to travel to the Philippines and there's so many places in the Philippines for Western guys to go right now to find love and romance. And if you've got a little spending money in your pocket and you're willing to help support a girl's family, in return you'll get love and affection. But that meme is going to start wearing thin because at some point when the meme has hit critical mass, then you get into the government pushing regulations. Why are you going to the Philippines? And then they start to hammer down on the idea that you're just going there to be an exploiter of women, which is nonsense. We all know it is. That type of thing. So what I'm trying to get to you, to explain to you is that don't think that your clever little scam is going to work, whether it be trying to cheat the system out of money or try to cheat somebody or try to look at an angle of how you're going to get ahead. It doesn't work because the meme has beat you to the punch. You're not the only person thinking those same thoughts. It's like if you think you're going to move to a rural town where there might be more women or there might be more job opportunities. You're not the only person thinking that, okay?
Yeah, see, this is what Help by the Dashboard Light has spoken on. How all these people in this manosphere community think they're coming up with something new and trying to, make a buck off of it. I think they're all agents, though, and so does Steve Hooker. He's starting to really think. I'm not going to really watch this, but this, I've been seeing a lot of Mike the MGTOW Monk. He's kind of been all over the place. Hold on. I think it's this Victor. No. I think I'm getting the name wrong. I think it's Victor Frankenstein. whatever. He's had his little beef. You know, Mike the MGTOW Monk's been blocking anybody who disagrees with him and all that. And here's the thing about these agents. This is the reason why I think everybody who I end up having issues with are agents, because they talk out of both sides of their mouths. Like Mike the MGTOW Monk. And I'm sorry he had to take down his videos or whatever. I don't know what's going on with Mike, but this other YouTuber, I'm not going to say his name, he'll shoot down a channel for being small and not growing, but at the same time, with his beef with Mike the MGTOW Monk, oh, you're just a clout chaser. All you care about is you have 10,000 subs. All you care about is views and subs. You're a clout chaser, nah. Okay, I mean, okay, so you're a loser for being a small YouTuber, but yet you're a loser as well for chasing views and subs. And your life is insignificant because it's all about views and subs. So you're still a loser. All right, help me out here. It doesn't make any sense. It does not add up. Everybody who's part of the manosphere that I've dealt with outside of Hell by the Dashboard Light and Steve Hooker, who was pretty much against it. And I guess I can throw Bill Grayhouse in there as well. I really don't see these guys being genuine. They all just seem like agents to me that's trying to push some kind of narrative. Like FA Monday's pushing this normal versus not normal. He won't address the big elephant in the room that both men and women are more focused on their careers or whatever, or making that money than being in relationships. So they're still pushing this narrative of you got to be a certain way. And brainwashing people just as though just like this Mexican MGTOW guy who's running behind everyone's back. Cause I find him in every channel that I'm just like sub to and shit on here. And he's like, running behind everybody's back and kissing their ass and kissing ass at the same time. It's like he'll suck your dick, but he'll run to another channel and, and talk shit about you. Then he hops on his channel, has these little bipolar rants, and kiss ass to Bamily family, who speaks on the NWO and how we're all being brainwashed. But yeah, he thinks it's on a human perspective. He doesn't realize that this is actually spiritual, which Vamp has exposed him for that. He thinks the masses are being brainwashed just by just other people. He thinks it has nothing to do with spirituality. It has nothing to do with the fallen angels. You think it's just some regular rich people up in Hollywood and shit. It's all transgendered and they're just brainwashing the masses. No. It's not people doing this shit. It's fucking demons. If you don't believe me, well, I can't help you with that. The same as these guys in the manosphere that's pushing all these different narratives and all these PUA narratives that just don't make any sense. It's been played out since the mid 2000s. And besides my little gaming, that's all I've really been doing on this channel. So, I have no real reason to be on this channel no more when I have two other channels that are doing better than this. And the more I work on them, the more views and subs I get. Whereas on this channel, what I do here, everybody just wants me to kiss their fucking ass, and believe what they want to believe or believe what they believe. You know, I'm not allowed to have a mind of my own. You know, I started out on here kind of speaking on MGTOW, somewhat being a part of it. But I'm not really part of the MGTOW community because of the fact that I have no real reason to sit around complaining about women all day, I could easily make videos and live streams complaining about women over and over again every day to say the same old shit. Like Mike the MGTOW Monk does. But I have no pleasure in doing so. Like, why? Why? You know, I'm not a miserable guy. I'm not, you know, like I'm not an incel, I'm not a TFL. You know, I can't even relate to half of this shit, really. So it's like, as far as the topics I talk about, what am I doing here? Why am I still using this channel? I don't care to brainwash anybody. You know, I'm not trying to make a career off of YouTube. So what's the point? And Steve Hooker is slowly going down that road, slowly but surely. He's going down the road of, why am I even on YouTube anymore? This is why Hell by the Dashboard Light is not on YouTube much. You know, his real message is misunderstood. He doesn't practice any falsehoods. So, I mean, it's like, why? Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in the fact that he's not uploading live streams because he has some really good work out there. But why? Why should he upload? For what? There is no seeing things the way they are. It's either you're a MGTOW or you're a TFL. Whatever. There's no... You know, you gotta, or you're anti this, you're anti that. You gotta place yourself in a certain group. You can't just be a person. So I'm about to end this because, you know, I was going to show off some of these channels preaching these falsehoods, whatever, but why? Hell, I could put on Bamily Family right now. The Bamily Family, yeah. You know, and act like Mexican MGTOW and not having a mind of your own. He's just sucking off Mag Bitter Truth. He's the Mexican MGTOW savior. You know, I'm not interested in sucking anybody off. If I give people credit and say, you know what, the Steve Hooker guy or Hell by the Dashboard Light, I see this guy actually talking truth that I don't see anybody else doing. There's been plenty of YouTubers that's been on that, that's been talking about the Hollywood celebrities and all that. Mag Bitter Truth was not the first to do this. I've been studying this stuff since what, 2011? Or around 2011 or late 2010. There's Yahweh Rules, Yahweh Servant. There's there was Baruch Shai. He was my favorite out of all of them. There was dead celebrities in the Illuminati. The Black Child. I mean, those are just the ones I know. There's more. And those channels eventually got they got all flagged down, and now they're not on YouTube anymore. Most of them. And they had some good content that I wish I could go back to and watch, but they're not up anymore. So, yeah. So I'm going to put more effort into my other channels. and kind of just abandon this one because no one gives a damn what I have to say on here anyway. And soon enough, none of you will give a damn what Steve Hooker will have to say either. So, yeah.